Welcome back to episode 2 of this collection of videos explaining the various components of CCMR. This episode will dive in a little deeper to help ensure that your local education agency has the most accurate information as it pertains to CCMR. Episode 2 is all about college readiness indicators. This graphic will set the framework for dissecting each indicator of the CCMR criteria. Each indicator is clearly detailed with an arrow pointing towards the defining criteria. For this video, we will focus on the college-related criteria. Let's begin with who is responsible for this indicator for college readiness. Each local education agency is responsible for identifying a specific entity. That entity is generally a person or a group of individuals specifically tasked with this charge. It is imperative that you know the key personnel who are responsible for this task. What are the indicators and specific metrics that support college readiness? This chart details the individual evaluative measures that satisfy the indicator requirement. Successful completion of any of these indicators will result in 1 point per student. Remember, each student may only earn up to 1 point, no matter how many indicators they successfully complete. The MEET criteria on AP-IB represents performance on Advanced Placement AP or International Baccalaureate IB exams. To satisfy this indicator, students must score at least a 3 on an AP exam or a 4 on an IB exam. These scores count towards any AP-IB test, and the criteria can be met during any 4 years of high school. For MEET TSI criteria in both reading and math, students must achieve success in both TSI reading and TSI math. However, there are different pieces of criteria that can be combined to fulfill this indicator. We will address the possible combinations when we review the next graphic. This criteria can be met during any 4 years of high school. In order to satisfy the complete dual credit courses indicator, students must attain 3 hours of dual credit in English Language Arts or math, or they may complete 9 hours of dual credit in any subject. This indicator may be fulfilled during any 4 years of high school. Under the Earn an Associate's Degree indicator, students who attain an associate's degree during high school will satisfy this indicator. For the complete and earn college credit for on-ramps, a student must complete a hybrid dual credit course, earn at least 3 hours of college credit, and the course may be in any subject. As you saw in the previous chart, there was a reference to combining certain criteria to meet the TSI indicator requirements. The graphic demonstrates the varying specific criteria. You may combine any variation of reading and math to fulfill the TSI criteria. For example, a student who scores a 351 or higher on the TSIA reading exam but does not make a high enough score on the TSIA mathematics may use a math score from any of the other 3 options available. Therefore, they could combine their TSI reading score and complete the college prep math course, and that would fulfill the college readiness indicator for that student. Now, where does the data come from? This graphic details where the source of data is generated in its path to TEA. In order for certain indicators to count for the LEA, the data must be coded correctly. We will discuss coding shortly. For AP, IB, and TSI, the data is sent directly from the vendor to TEA. Please keep in mind that it is still the responsibility of the local education agency, LEA, to check for accuracy. For dual credit, associate's degree, and on-ramps, the data comes from the LEA and must be coded correctly via PEIMS. CCMR data is reconciled by TEA upon a student's graduation. At that time, TEA will evaluate records to find all appropriate CCMR codes associated with that graduate or 12th grade continuer. Below are the sources and years of data used. Please note that this is representative of the 2018 manual, as the appendix for 2019 has not been published. The years will update by 1 year for the 2019 manual. Why is college readiness important? By the year 2030, projections indicate that most jobs will require some training beyond high school. This could be a traditional 4-year degree, a 2-year associate's, or an industry credential. But today, too few Texas students are obtaining post-secondary credentials. Without bold action, Texas faces a future of diminished income opportunities and resources. Initiated by the Higher Education Coordinating Board, the 60 by 30 Texas Plan is designed to ensure that a competitive and prosperous future remains for students seeking to better their lives and the lives of their families. The state has adopted 60 by 30 Texas as our collective goal. In an effort to support far more rapid improvements in student outcomes to meet the goals of 60 by 30 Texas, the Texas Education Agency has adopted a strategic plan. The plan includes 4 strategic priorities and is built on 3 supporting actions to guide our work on behalf of the more than 5 million school children in our state. Additionally, CCMR carries a high level of influence in a local education agency's A through F accountability rating. The higher the number of students reaching each indicator, the higher the overall CCMR score for the district. Let's talk a little more about A through F accountability. Beginning with the 2018-2019 school year, local education agencies in Texas received an accountability score ranging from an A to an F. CCMR is 40% of Domain 1, student achievement, which, if higher than Domain 2, makes up 70% of the overall score. This means that CCMR is potentially worth 28 points. That could move you from a D to an A, or the opposite direction. It's also one piece of Domain 3, disaggregated by student group. So far, we've learned about who is charged with coding, what the indicators for college readiness are, where the data originates from, and when the data is reconciled. Now, we will discuss how the data actually gets coded into PEIMS. How do you code for associate degree indicators? Associate degree indicator code is reported in fall and summer PEIMS submission. For fall PEIMS submission, report all students that have earned an associate degree as of the fall snapshot date. This would include students that will be reported as a graduate. For summer PEIMS submission, report all students that have earned an associate degree anytime during the school year. The district where the student received the associate degree will be the district to report the associate degree indicator code. Schools should not wait until graduation to report the associate degree information. If the student earns the associate degree prior to graduation, the coding should be reported. E1596 Associate Degree Indicator Code indicates that the student has earned an associate degree prior to graduation from high school. Reported to PEIMS as 0. Not receiving services or condition or situation not applicable to this person or campus. 1. Participant in program or service, or condition or situation applicable to this person or campus. The PEIMS report to check is listed here. Please note, PDM1 indicates that this is a fall submission. PDM3 indicates it is a summer submission. Here's an example of what this would look like in Texas. Here's an example of an output from the data tracking system Skyward. Please note, this is for clarification purposes only and to provide local education agencies a visual representation. Each LEA has the sole discretion in deciding which data tracking system is best for their organization. How do you code for college prep courses indicators? College prep courses indicator is reported in summer PEIMS submission for any student that has completed a college prep course. Pass-fail information for completed college prep courses is only reported for course sections where the course completion indicator code is 1, indicating the student has completed the class. Completed college prep course uses the following PEIMS fields. The PEIMS report to check is listed here. Here's an example of what this would look like in Texas. Please note the red boxed areas. Here's what the output may look like in your data tracking system. How do you code for dual credit indicators? Dual credit is only reported for course sections where the course completion indicator code is 1, indicating the student has completed the class. For summer PEIMS submission, information should be reported for each student in membership in grades 1 through 12 that completed at least one dual credit course during the school year. For extended year PEIMS submission, each unique dual credit class that was completed during the summer between school years for the purpose of a student earning dual credit would be reported. E1011 dual credit indicator is reporting in the summer and extended year PEIMS submission. Indicates whether the student was eligible to receive both high school and college credit for a college course, reported in PEIMS as 0. Not receiving services or condition or situation not applicable to this person or campus. 1. Participant in program or service, or condition or situation applicable to this person or campus. E1081 college credit hours indicate the number of college hours a student earned for the completion of a dual credit course. E0948 course sequence code only codes of 0, 2, 5, or 9 will be used. The PEIMS reports to check are listed here. Please note, PDM3 indicates this is a summer submission. PDM4 indicates it is an extended year submission. Here's an example of what this would look like in Texas. Please note the red boxed areas. Here's what the output may look like in your data tracking system. How do you code for on-ramps dual enrollment indicators? The on-ramps dual enrollment indicator code is reported in the summer and extended year PEIMS submission. On-ramps is an innovative dual enrollment program coordinated by the University of Texas at Austin. For summer PEIMS submission, information should be reported for each student in membership that successfully completed an on-ramps dual enrollment course during the school year. For extended year PEIMS submission, information should be reported for each student that completed an on-ramps dual enrollment course during the summer, between school years. E1597 on-ramps dual enrollment indicator code indicates that the student has successfully completed an on-ramps dual enrollment course, reported in PEIMS as 0. Not receiving services or condition or situation not applicable to this person or campus. 1. Participant in program or service or condition or situation applicable to this person or campus. The PEIMS report to check is listed here. Please note, PDM3 indicates this is a summer submission. Here's what the output may look like in your data tracking system. Wow! I know that was a lot of information to take in. In order to help your local education agency, LEA, lead a proactive approach to CCMR, the following questions should be considered. Who is the entity or entities charged with coding and tracking each college readiness indicator in your LEA? Does your LEA have a process for submitting data in a timely manner? Who is responsible for checking data that goes directly from an outside source to TEA? How often is your LEA reviewing data to check for accuracy? Does your LEA understand the positive or negative impact of CCMR on their A through F accountability? Does your LEA understand the statewide 30x60 initiative and its connection to CCMR? Does your LEA understand that career readiness indicators can be met only during the student's 4 years of high school? And as promised, here are resources referenced within this video for more exploration.